The ancients believed that our world is an illusion created by higher reality. Plato believed that humans lived as prisoners in a large cave that only allowed reflections of light into the area. Humans never saw the source of reality in the light because they remained firmly fixated on the shadows created by the light that they constantly mistook for the real world. The real world is only revealed through the examination of the light emanating from the world hidden within the matrix code. In this sense, the stars represent the ultimate source of light and knowledge that we have available from the firmament. The intelligent forces that shape the firmament program each of the stars with specific types of information. This information is coded and must be interpreted in the sense of a code, not direct firm reality. Modern scientists have begun to question the nature of reality as a holographic form of code that must be deciphered properly. Mankind's very fabric is fashioned from a simple code contained within our DNA. Those among us that have higher levels of completed coding are healthier than those who have errors in the code that can lead to disease. The Spica Star matrix is part of a vast field of energy radiating from the star energy of the Spica Virgo Constellation. The matrix connects to each of us via a micro-complex of wormholes. Most of us reject the energy that radiates down to us through these wormholes for religion, philosophical, or spiritual reasons. We tend to believe that wealth is reserved for only a handful of humans and that we should only aspire to live on just enough to get by. This thought complex is deeply embedded in our religions, social systems, and educational systems. As a result, 99% of the world's wealth remains in less than 1% of the population. If the true wealth of this world were equally distributed, every human that lives at this moment would enjoy luxuries numbering into the billions of dollars. Magic and its attendant forces and power are shunned and reveled because they have the power to bring the force of the matrix of the stars into human consciousness and DNA. Doubt. Believe it or not, when we doubt ourselves, we arm ourselves with a shield of limitation, suppression, and constraint, and then add a sword of interference and restriction with overthinking and second guessing our every decision. How can you possibly find confidence in yourself carrying around all that weight? On this journey, the ego will make you question everything and everyone, especially yourself. This doubt can make you question reality itself. It's time to start shedding the weight of doubt. Start trusting in yourself and your power more often. Start trusting your decisions. Start quieting your ego. Every decision may not seem like the right decision, but it serves a purpose. Let go of the thoughts of failing and embrace the thought of succeeding. Trust always defeats doubt. If you're going to carry anything, carry the trust you have in yourself. The secret to accumulating money is directly tied to the people you spend time with. The vast majority of you will only be as wealthy as the people you spend time with. It is very difficult to let yourself rise above them in your net worth. It is an unconscious agreement to remain together in this way. Look around at the people in your life and examine the truth of this statement. When you're on this journey, especially of accumulating great wealth for yourself, it's imperative that you begin to break away from those connected with poverty consciousness. It's imperative. This is probably one of my most powerful symbols of power. It connects to the energy of the star of Spica. Awesome energy here. I get a lot of popping in this room right now as I'm talking about this video, so somebody is co-signing with this. These energies here are all connected with the star Spica. And of course, if you're new to this channel, if it's your very first video, these are cosmic forces of nature. Runes are very powerful. They work fast. but you must believe in what you're doing, no matter what type of magical system that you're operating out of. You have to believe in what you're doing. So long as you intensely visualize these cosmic rune energies and know the function of their powers, they will alter your reality. They will create changes within yourself and outside of yourself. So I'm going to go through this particular powerful image here, break down all the symbols and how to use this awesome power. So the first symbol here we have in several different locations here. Mind you, this inspiration of this whole symbol comes from Lord Odin, divine goddess Freya, the great god Thoth, and the divine goddess Alset, or Isis, my spiritual mother. So Fehu, premier runic energy for attracting great wealth to yourself, increased prosperity and abundance. We have here Sawulo, an embodiment of solar energy. Sawulo helps you to overcome obstacles. It helps to attract prosperity and wealth. It helps to break up any type of negative spiritual vibrations. Here we have the gods, also another form of solar energy. A light energy helps to attract greater prosperity, wealth, and abundance into your sphere. And again, we have Fehu. So here, when most people talk about rune energies, it's usually Othala, Gabo, Fehu, Sawulo. And of course, all of these rune energies are embedded in this awesome energy here. But here I was guided to include the energy of Perthro. If you're new to the runic energies, most of what you see online these days are rune divinations. Most don't talk about how to harness the energy and power of the runic energies. So if you're new to working with these energies, this is a bit powerful energy here. So I recommend working with this if this is your first time working with runic energies. No more than 10 minutes a day, 5 to 10 minutes a day. Sunrise is best. Around the evening time is also awesome. Or you can slide it in to do it twice a day. The more you meditate on these energies, the more they awaken within the subconscious mind of yourself. So Perthro is here. Perthro adds that energy of luck. Perthro attracts favorable circumstances and situations into your outer reality. So luck, believe it or not, is a real force. People with an abundance of luck in their life, we always talk about people always catching those lucky breaks. They're so lucky with the lottery. They're so lucky getting job promotions. They're so lucky getting great jobs. You don't know the work they've done in previous lifetimes to build the energy of luck into their soul. And so it carries over into this incarnation. And now they have great luck on their side. Perthro attracts that luck into your world, attracts favorable situations and circumstances, ideal when you're working on building wealth for yourself. Of course, Othala here is connected with it's the rune of ancestors. It also attracts great wealth, property acquisition, increased prosperity and abundance. It helps to strengthen your concentration. It helps you align you with the wealth of your most ancient of ancestors. All of us have those ancestors who lived in ancient times, who were abundant and wealthy. Working with Othala helps you to tap into that energy matrix that dwells within your cells, within your DNA. Of course, we just talked about Sawulo as an embodiment of solar energy. Here we have Gabo. Gabo is an energy also of luck. It's a rune of your partnership between yourself and your lower self, your partnership between yourself and the gods. It represents a divine gift. You know what I'm saying? A great exchange between your higher self and your ego self, or your lower self, yourself between the gods. So very powerful energy here for attracting prosperity, enhancing your luck, increasing your wealth also. And here we have Tiwaz. Why is Tiwaz in a video breaking down attracting wealth to yourself? Well, Tiwaz is the energy of the spiritual warrior. It gives you that spiritual endurance you need on the path. Accumulating wealth, believe it or not, it's one of the hardest things that you have to deal with. If you're not born into a wealthy family already, if you're born into poverty, if your genetic line is one of having to endure poverty or even slavery, that is hardwired into your DNA. So it's increasingly difficult for one that is born into that condition to overcome that condition, but the proper use of magic, anything could be overcome and healed within yourself in your genetic line. So Tiwaz is the energy of the spiritual warrior. It helps to awaken within you spiritual endurance. It's a rune of justice and divine protection. And you're going to need all of that on this journey to acquiring wealth for yourself, even if the energies that are trying to hold you back dwell within your own consciousness, within your own mind. You know what I'm saying? So very awesome energy here to include in this awesome Spica rune meditation. Here we have Thorisaz, strongly connected with the Orion constellation, also connected with the great god Thor, as well as the god Shango. It is a rune of self-empowerment. This is why Thorisaz is included in this awesome image here for empowering yourself to great wealth. You need that self-empowerment, that power coming from Thorisaz. And here we have Edwaz. Edwaz is included because it's a rune of partnership. It's a rune that speeds up manifestations. It's a rune of your partnership between your lower self and your higher self, that union of the masculine and feminine energies. You know what I'm saying? You need that balance within yourself to attract anything of positivity to yourself, including great wealth to yourself. It's like symbol of the horse. The horse is also connected with the Edwaz runic energy, representing partnership between the masculine and feminine energy within yourself, as well as the higher self and the lower self. You need this energy en route to attracting great wealth to yourself. And so we have these symbols embedded in various parts of this code. So the way you want to work with this energy is, think about, and this is a lot of power that you're dealing with here. Lots of power. So you want to take a few moments, you want to screenshot this, you want to download it, and you want to think about what you really want for yourself. Meditate with the soul of yourself. Don't limit yourself or restrict yourself with your thinking. Nothing is too good for you. Becoming a billionaire is not too good for you, you know what I'm saying? It is high time that we break out of self-limiting beliefs, doubt, having a problem with money that's tied into religion. A rich man can't get into heaven, you know what I'm saying? That is complete nonsense given to you by those who held you in bondage, depending on who you are. You know what I'm saying? So you want to shy away from that particular mindset and know that you are one with creation, your creator, your actual creator. Never mind religion. Your actual creator is not the creator of poverty. You know what I'm saying? Your actual creator, of which you are one with, of which you are a spark of, is not the creator of being broke and being in poverty. So you are one with this particular energy and power, and you are a universe unto yourself. Are you a universe of being broke? You know what I'm saying? If other beings come into your domain or into your universe, are they going to look at you as, oh, that is the universe of being broke, or the universe of being in poverty? This is nonsense. You know what I'm saying? So you want to now more than ever, especially if you're here in the West, you want to put in the work of awakening and attracting great wealth to yourself. And this energy here is a awesome energy. I've had great results, and those I've shared this with thus far have also had some wonderful results on working with this energy. So you want to scan over this energy. What I mean is look over it, meditate upon all the symbols, play Hu for great wealth, Perthro for the luck and attracting favorable situation to yourself, Gable for also enhancing your luck and attracting windfalls of money. Tiwaz is there for giving you the spiritual endurance, also the spiritual protection from forces that dwell within you and all around you. When your energy starts to shift and change, you'll know that the matrix is going to send people in your life now that serve as distraction. People around you are going to start acting more foolish. People around you may get sick. Hopefully none of this happens, but I've seen it happen in my own life over and over again. When you're on the right path to awakening and attracting great things to you, the matrix will use the closest people to you, the ones you have the strongest emotional attachment to. These are the people who are going to come around you with the foolishness and the chaos. When you see this coming, stay focused, stay diligent, persevere. Patience and perseverance is paramount when you're working on developing yourself and awakening yourself to a high degree. Don't give up. If it doesn't happen in 24 or 48 hours, keep going. Keep meditating on the work, on the symbols. Keep trusting in the process. And when that breakthrough happens, when the floodgates open, nothing's going to close them. So here we have Tiwaz, as I just stated, the spiritual warrior, giving you spiritual endurance, spiritual protection. Here we have Othala, the rune of the ancestors, the awakening of great wealth, the attraction of great wealth. Sawulo, that solar energy and helping you to overcome all obstacles. The symbol of victory, the symbol of the sun, the symbol of attracting wealth and prosperity to yourself. Here, Thorisaz is here for self-empowerment, connecting you with the great god Thor as well as Shango. Here we have Etwaz, connected to balance between the masculine and feminine energies, also the balance between your higher self and lower self, also speeding up your manifestations. It represents the horse. So the horse is about that partnership and speed in the direction that you want to go in. And this direction, in this case, is the attraction of great wealth and prosperity to yourself. And these same symbols are in various spots. So you're going to meditate. Of course, here's the gods. If you just tuning in here, another runic energy connected with light, solar energy, also assist one in attracting great prosperity and wealth to themselves. Fehu, also the big superstar, the wealth rune energy here for attracting great wealth to yourself. So you're going to scan over this image. Give yourself a few moments to soak in all this energy. You should feel a lot of power coming from this symbol. And you think about, as you're scanning over this symbol, what you want to attract to yourself. Don't be afraid to think bigger than you have ever thought in your life when you're working with this image. If it's 7-figure salary, if it's a multi-million-dollar business, if it's a luxury home with all the trimmings that go along with the luxury home, a big-time business, put these ideas to this symbol. 5 or 10 minutes a day, twice a day, and you will see great change. Whatever it is you need in your life, if it's more money for whatever, scan over each of the symbols. Allow your eyes to fall on each of the symbols as you're thinking about what you want to attract to yourself. If you need a new vehicle, if you need a new home, if you need a raise on your job or even a job itself, if you need money for business, it doesn't matter. Put these ideas and thoughts to this image and meditate upon it. Allow your eyes to hit each of the symbols, knowing what they represent. You know what I'm saying? And the more you do this, the more these energies awaken within your subconscious, and they begin to permeate your aura. Once these energies begin to permeate your aura, you now become a magnet for attracting greater wealth to yourself. Again, if this is something new to you, this may sound like it's, I don't know, a bit next level or a bit something you've never experienced before. It's okay. Practice, practice, practice. Patience, patience, perseverance. Screenshot it, print it out. You got a break on your lunch break. Put the cell phone down. because this, I promise you, supersedes anything you're going to be scrolling on Instagram. This supersedes anything you're going to be scrolling on YouTube. Shy away from all the foolishness. This is where our time goes. Those little 1 minute reels that we get caught up in, I guess they call them dopamine hits, those serve as awesome distractions. So when you're wondering where your time is going, think about how much time you spend scrolling those little 1 minute reels, and think about the content that you're putting into your subconscious mind. If it has nothing to do with attracting wealth and prosperity and improving your condition, this work supersedes all of that. You know what I'm saying? So turn over a new leaf. As soon as you screenshot this or download it, I'm going to start new beginnings today. Instead of mindlessly scrolling TikTok, looking at the same drama and foolishness, I'm finna work on awakening great wealth within myself, allowing this energy to permeate my aura, my consciousness. I'm finna really focus on what I want to attract to myself, because now I have a symbol of power that will help me in my journey. These are the ideas you should entertain, in my humble opinion. Next up, we have another beautiful image dedicated for the same purpose of attracting great wealth for yourself, and it has the same superstar energies, not as complex as the last image we looked at. We had Fehu, an awesome energy for attracting wealth to yourself. We have the gods here, another energy of attracting wealth. Gabo, Sawulo, and Perthro. So you want to use this image in about the same way as the first image we just finished going over. But now, since there are only 5 images, runic symbols here, again, if you're new to this channel, runes are found all over the world. 14,000 years ago, they're found in Ethiopia, South America, different parts of Europe. They're often discussed in the Scandinavian Nordic tradition, but they go back to the Atlantean culture. If you look at the emerald tablets of the god Thoth, there are often rune symbols inscribed on the emerald tablets. What are runes being inscribed on the emerald tablets of Thoth going back to the Atlantean period, or probably even farther, that we don't know about? So they're very ancient, primal symbols of power. A lot of gods, a lot of goddesses are also connected with these runic energies. So these are very powerful symbols of power, forces of nature that you can learn to harness or awaken within yourself. So again, you can think about what you want to attract to yourself. Increases in wealth. Here's also the key. When you're working with money magic or wealth magic, you have to assign to it, how do you want the money to come into your life? If it's an increases in money for your job, or it's a new job, or putting up in your own business, if you're a healer or whatever the case, do you want wealthier clients? Do you need more clients? You know what I'm saying? You're looking for a big lottery hit, or a small fortune in the lottery, or whatever, or a big fortune in the lottery. You got to attach it, give it an avenue, give it a channel of expression. Otherwise, you're just, as they say in the hood, pissing in the wind. It has no direction. You know what I'm saying? Give it a direction. If it's, again, you need increase in business, if you need more hours, if you need a new job, give it an expression. You know what I'm saying? How do you want it to come through? And the energies will find its way through that channel. If it's increases in healing work, if you're a healer, if you need increased healing work, put that idea to the runic energies, and now you can begin to chant Fehu, the gods, Perthro, Sawulo, Gabo. Create you a nice little mantra with the runic energies of Fehu, Perthro, the gods, Sawulo, Gabo. Whichever combination you can go, however way you want to go. Fehu, Gabo, the gods, Sawulo, Perthro. Make you an awesome mantra with these runic energies, and watch what happens. Any of you strike it big, especially with the first first symbol that I laid out, remember to think about a brother. You know what I'm saying? Throw a brother a little something for giving you this awesome energy for nothing. It's about over for the charity work. I tell you, I've been giving y'all a lot on this channel that most people would be charging you for. So when you hit big, think about a brother. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Think about a brother a little bit. That's all I'm saying. So create you a nice little mantra. However way you want this energy to flow into your life, whether it's job promotion, increasing business, increasing hours in your job, a more higher paying job, put this idea to this particular runic energy symbol here and watch what happens. Let me know what happens as you're working with this particular energies here. And so here, I'm going to share something with you that I share with very few people. So how you want to work with this energy here again of Fehu, the gods, and Perthro sigil. You want to print this image out. And what you want to do with this image here, this is a dope way of dope information I'm finna share with y'all. I don't know if you ever heard this before though. Not many people even rocking with it like this. You want to put, you know, when Odin, put it on your level of study, when Odin was winning the runes or won the runes, he accidentally, I don't know if it was an accident, according to the mythology, he cut his thigh with a sword or an axe. Can't remember which, knife or sword. Either way, he cut his thigh and his blood bled out on the runes. This is why the runes are often depicted red in color, symbolizing the blood spilled by the god Odin when he was winning the runes. So what you want to do is you want to put a prick of your blood in the center of this sigil of Fehu, the gods, and Perthro. You're tapping into the combination of these three runic energies. Perthro, as I stated earlier, is for attracting luck, favorable situations and circumstances. Fehu for attracting great wealth, prosperity, and abundance, new beginnings in wealth, prosperity, and abundance. And also the gods here, a rune of hyper consciousness, a rune of transformation, also a rune of attracting wealth, prosperity, and abundance to yourself. You want to put a prick of blood in the center of this sigil on some parchment paper, preferably on parchment paper. Now you can carry this with you to have those energies of prosperity and abundance and wealth and increased luck vibrating in your energy field, in your aura, or you can lay a clear quartz crystal upon this sigil with a prick of your blood in the center of this sigil. You can lay a clear quartz crystal, and the crystal is going, because this is also a spell. Runes are also spells, magical symbols of power. So this whole sigil here is a spell connected with attracting increased prosperity, wealth, enhanced luck, and all of that. So this is indeed a spell. They individually are spells. So you put a prick of your blood on these runic energies, you're greatly energizing this particular sigil. So you can lay a clear quartz crystal on this sigil for 24 hours, and that crystal will absorb the energy of the spell, and you can walk with that stone and be a walking magnet for prosperity. Or a topaz. Topaz are very awesome. A golden topaz, the multi-colored topaz would be very beneficial in utilizing for this particular work. On parchment paper, prick up your blood here in the center, and you can leave a clear quartz crystal on this sigil for 24 hours, or a topaz. I like those two stones for absorbing the energy of this spell. And you can either now meditate with that stone, or you can walk with the parchment paper on you in your pocket. Either way is in your inner energy field. It's greatly enhanced if you place a topaz crystal or a clear quartz crystal on the center of this sigil with a prick of your blood on it for 24 hours and then meditate with it. Awesome, 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 awesome results when it's done that way. Let me know your results from that particular ritual, that particular magical operation. A prick of your blood right here in the center. And now you can place a clear quartz crystal or a topaz crystal right here in the center of it. It will absorb the energy of the spell for 24 hours. Or you can just leave it there as long as you want, but 24 hours will be enough. And it will have absorbed the energy of Fehu, Herthro, the gods. Or you can state a simple intention. I called upon the energies of Fehu, the gods, and Herthro to permeate this crystal, and it will be so. Speak this intent with conviction, and you will see awesome results. You will feel the energy of that crystal change dramatically because it has now been imbued with runic power. How dope is that? I tell you. So, if you have any questions, if you run into a whole bunch of money as a result of this awesome magic I am giving you, I don't think many people on earth is teaching it to you this way. So holla at a brother when you strike it big. I'm just saying, holla at a brother. If you have any questions, hit me up, give me a holler. Until next time, peace.